Welcome back. Well, it is the first of its kind here in Tucson. The Leman Academy of Excellence is opening over the summer.
Dr. Kevin Leman is here to tell us more about the charter school and what makes it so special. Doctor, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, good morning. Nice to be with you.
Good morning. Now, of course, here in Tucson, we love you. All over the world, you're, of course, known for your very popular best-selling books.
Lots of books.
Yes. How to Have a New Kid by Friday. A New Husband by Friday.
One of my favorites.
Yes.
Think of your husband as a 4-year-old that shaves.
Exactly. So, I mean, you're all about building better relationships. Yeah. How is that kind of transitioning into these schools?
Well, we're hiring teachers with a heart for kids. As backdrop, I graduated fourth in my class in high school in Williamsville, New York, outside of Buffalo. But unfortunately, it was fourth in the bottom and not fourth in the top. So I was one of those kids that should have never made it in life. So it's fun at this stage of my life to put together a school with teachers who have a heart for kids, who have high expectations for kids. This isn't your average run-of-the-mill school. It's a classical charter school, which means kids will take, in kindergarten, they'll take Espanol, Spanish. What better sense does that make? Latin in the 3rd grade. I took Latin in high school 5 times, passed it twice. Little added information. And then as 6th graders, the kids will take logic. So it's high expectation. Excuses don't fly at the Leman Academy of Excellence from you student or you parent. So we have high expectations, and kids tend to live up to those expectations. So we're just excited about putting together a school. It's the first tuition-free classical school in Southern Arizona. You can send your kid to a classical school for about $8 or $9 grand a year.
Wow.
You can send them to our place. So we're almost filled already.
Wow.
And we open our doors August 3rd, so we're excited.
Well, Dr. Leman, I want to talk more about the school, but first I want to take a step back and ask you what you think about schools today in our country, maybe what some of the problems are, and why you were so motivated to open this new school.
I'm old enough to remember when kids used to obey their parents. Let's start with that.
Did that ever happen?
It did years ago. Now parents obey their kids, and we've dumbed down about everything there is to dumb down. I don't know other way to say it, but we're 28th in science and math internationally as a country. What's wrong with that picture? So again, we're doing some things unique. I wrote the birth order book, which many trees died for, to put it bluntly. But you know what? We're sitting the firstborn child next to the youngest child in the family in math and science. Why? Because those little firstborns, you know, those little achievers, you know, they do everything right. And there's little Buford, you know, the baby in the family sitting there. Dreaming. We think that's a good mix. So we're going to do some things that are unique in this school. So education in general, we've dumbed down about everything there is. This is not a dumbed down school. This is high expectation and high expectations for kids all the way around.
Now, of course, the curriculum is going to be different. We're taking, you know, that into account. Like you said, this is tuition free. This is also some things that are new. And so we're giving basically parents the choice, because this is even, you can live anywhere and still go to this school.
One of the reasons why we put it where we put it, right out at Silverbell and Cortaro. It's a 3/4 of a mile off I-10. So people on the west side, on the south side can hop on the interstate and get there. I helped start the New Start program at the U of A years ago. I was a former assistant dean of students there. And I've got a heart for people who didn't have much in life. I grew up poor. We didn't have a car when I was a little boy for several years of my growing up years. So I wasn't one of those people born with a silver spoon in my mouth. So this is a great country. And if there's a will to get someplace in life, you know, you can get there. And this is a school that'll help kids accelerate.
Absolutely. So we're offering kindergarten through 6th grade starting this summer. Any plans to expand after that?
Yeah, we'll add a year. In fact, we're so full. We have so much interest in this school that we open August 3rd. In September, we put another building on the property right there at Silverbell and Cortaro in the town of Marana. So, and by the way, this Saturday we have groundbreaking, and we have, what do you call, jumping castles and EGs, and I'm going to speak about 10 o'clock that morning to our people. And I will be involved in the school. I'll do in-service for teachers. I'll do some parent nights. Parents today are sort of clueless about how to rear kids. And we're going to try to help parents be better parents. Give kids vitamin N, which is no, and vitamin E, which is encouragement. And that's a good balance. So we're a well-balanced school.
And I know you said we still have a couple of spots available for kids to get in on this. If parents want to get in on some more information, I know you have some informational nights.
We do. We've got an informational night coming up March 26th at 6:30 at the library out there, which name escapes me. It's got a bunch of names to it, but it's right there at Cortaro and Silverbell. And you can go on LemanAcademy.com and get information. You can also call 882-2283.
You know, we'll make sure they get that information.
Right there on the screen.
222. Is it on there?
8253.
You guys are geniuses at ABC.
You got it.
Dr. Leman, before we let you go, I am just curious, what was the motivation for you behind starting this new school?
Well, a lot of people wrote me off in life, and a teacher helped change my life. When she pulled me aside as a 17-year-old punk and said, Kevin, do you think you could ever use these skills you have for something positive? Skills? I have skills? I had a sister who was perfect, and still is. She puts newspaper under the cuckoo clock, which I will never understand. And I had a brother who was near perfect, and so it's just fun to see that people have potential. And there's some Kevin Lemans out there that people have dissed and looked over, and these kids will just accelerate in an environment where we have teachers who really care about them.
I think you're right, and I think we're very happy that you're here in our town and opening this new charter school. Dr. Leman, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
And information nights for the Leman Academy will take place, as we said, on March 26th, also on April 15th and April 23rd at the William Taft Abbott Library. For more information, you can call 222-8253 or log on to LemanAcademy.com.